Hi guys, I'm Vincent. Today we're going to play Rimworld, a game by Legion Studio, and we're going to take a look at Alpha 12, which is bringing us a lot of cool features. And we're not going to begin with the biggest one, we're going to go with the little one. So let's just begin with trading, which has been overhauled. I'm going to ask Tiger here to just show us the new button here, which are going to allow you to just buy one thing or buy all the things the trader has in storage, or all the things you've got in storage. So it's very handy, it's a lot easier. You will not need to drag these things and wait for it to be filled. It's just a lot faster. Plus there is a new button here which is going to allow you to filter your stuff, to maybe sort them would be more accurate. So you can just, maybe if you want to make the most expensive things be at the top, you can do that. So pretty handy. Plus there is another thing which is cool. When you are going to go all the way throughout the list, you've got your number of silver, which is just staying at the top, so you can see all the time how much money you've got. So pretty handy. Little feature, but it's a quality of life update, which is very, very cool. Anyway, let's go back. So now we're going to go with the biggest part of the update, the taming. So as you can see, I've got plenty of animals here. I've got labradors here, which are just sleeping in these new beds. I've got buffaloes, roosters. I should have Yorkshire here, and basically you can tame pretty much everything. I think I've been flagging a turtle to be tamed, but I could just go with, let's say, a deer or an alpaca, or I think there is probably a few bumalops, which are just a new species here. Yo, bumalops here, and there is no elephant on this map, but I could tame elephants. This is possible. This is one of the new creatures of the update. And can I? I think I'm going to just do something quickly, just to see if I can make them spawn. Development mode, here we go. And we should be able to spawn stuff. I just don't know how to make it, but it could be fun to try. Let's see, spawn animal. Is there anything which could be corresponding to that? Tame animal, I could just tame it instantly here. What do we have? Oh, here we go. So there is rhinoceros here. I think we should have elephant around. Let's see. Yes, elephant. Let's just add a few on the map. So here are the new elephants. These are pretty cool. And let's say if I want to, I'm not sure they're going to survive here. It's just a bit too cold, maybe. Let's just do something. I think I've seen change weather. Let's go back to clear. It's going to be a bit better. And then I'm going to go with second one. I think I've seen something else. I've seen it was rhinoceros here, which are also pretty. Oh, not the right side. Yes, here we go. The second one. These I think are dreadful. You can just tame them, and they're going to be very, very good fighter. And as we are speaking of that, I could just show you a bit of taming, but I'm going to remove this mod. I'm not going to use it anymore for now. All right. So if you are trying to tame animals, of course you can tame anything, but what can you do with it? So you can just, I'm going to click on this guy, so you can just see the training tab here. And the training tab is interesting because you can choose what things to train. Because at first, when you are going to tame an animal, it's going to first join your colony, and you won't be able to do anything with it. You will be able to feed it, and that's pretty much all. But when you are going to train obedience, you will be able to assign a master to your animal. If you just click on there, you can just assign anybody here. Oops. Oh, I can do that also. Anyway, so when obedience is going to be trained, you will be able to assign an animal, or maybe multiple animals to the same guy. So you can just have some kind of dog pack if you want to hunt your enemies, or something like. Oh, maybe rhinoceros packs, which would be even more dangerous. And you can just use these creatures to do plenty of things. So first you've got release. This is, I think, the second skill you can just use, and this one is going to allow you to attack enemies which are far, because at first animals are going to attack enemies which are going to go for melee, but they won't attack people with guns. But if you go and train release, let's go on the rooster. it's funnier. So if you train release on this rooster, and you are attacked by somebody with gun, you will be able to, I think there is a little icon which is going to appear at some point when you've got this skill here, and you will be able to release the rooster to attack him, which is hilarious. Anyway, Then we've got rescue. Rescue is very handy because it's going to allow you to rescue your colonist. So if you've got anybody which is down, you don't need to ask one of your colonists which is in fighting to deal with that. You can just maybe wait, and the dog is going to bring your colonist back to the hospital bed or his own bed, depending on what kind of facility you have. And then there is all. It's not all the time. It's going to allow your creatures to all stuff depending on their strengths, and it's going to happen pretty much, I think, randomly. You cannot count on your animals to do something. They are just going to help a bit when they can, so not all the time. And I did not show you the skill yet, so let's just go in there and select a character. So we've got a new animal skill here, which is pretty low with Rush, but I think... where is she? Sephara is much better. So Sephara is at 8 here, and she's basically my animal hunter here. And if you just check on work here, you may have noticed that the UI has been changing. This is a fresh new UI here, and if you just look into work, you can see that the animal handling is just over there, and you can assign anybody to it. It's working basically like any other skill here. You can just train it and make your people better at it. And let's, while we are speaking about the UI, because I'm going to show you also the new furnitures, but let's go for the UI. So the UI, all these little bins are now down there. It was on the right side, if I remember right. And it seems handy, but I don't know. I'm just puzzled on this one. I kinda like the UI when it was on the side like that. But maybe it's more clear like that. It's because I was maybe a bit used to the UI as it was. So let's just go around. It's pretty much the same things, except I think it's resizing a bit more, so it's taking less space and it's not pausing the game anymore. So you can just have everything running and just look at your little panel here. Outfit, animals is a new panel. It's going to allow you to allocate areas to your creature. If you want to keep, let's say, your muffalos inside in a little area, you can just establish a new area and ask them to stay in there like I did here. And if you want your dogs to be able to roam all around your base, you can just do that also, and you can just be creative with that. Maybe make some kind of area where they're going to patrol around your base, I don't know. It's pretty free. Let's go with faction here, which is basically the same. World, I think most of these panels are just the same, they're just not side the same. You've got stats here, because stats are cool. And what else do we have? Research, you know, basically working the same, but in a different place. And then, so we do have another thing which is interesting. We've got, I think it's probably over there, toggle room stats. So now when you've got a room which is done, you can just toggle this thing and you will be able to check how good it is. So let's just go for this one. This is barracks here, and you can see that the impressiveness is not really good, the wealth is mediocre, the space is average, the beauty is neutral, and cleanliness is a bit dirty, so seems alright. And it's very handy because it's going to allow you to know why a room is not good for your people. So you will be able to upgrade a bit your other rooms and make it a bit better. So very handy to check. I don't know exactly how they decide what kind of rooms this is, but maybe on the what there is in there. Anyway, so pretty. I'm going to turn it off because it just, you know, when you're just hovering, it's just taking a lot of space. Here we go. So now, let's see. I did not show you the furniture yet, because there is a few things which are interesting here. Let's go here. We've got the 3 animal sleeping spot here. The regular one. These are basically just working the same as these, except there is a little difference here. So this one is for any animals. It's just very cheap spot. Then there is the animal sleeping box, which is a bit small. You can just fit chicken, cats, and small dogs. You cannot keep anything bigger. And then you've got the animal bed, which is for basically every animal. So if you are able to make these are going to fit for anybody. And I think for this little thing that's pretty much all, but we've got other things I could show. If you go into Misk, I think there is things which could be considered as a upgrade for other things. So if I add a vital monitor to my hospital, is going to increase the efficiency of my hospital beds, which are not really good right now. And there is also a multi-analyzer, which is going to improve your efficiency in researching, so very handy, because research can be long. And then you've got the tool cabinet, which is going to allow you to make your workbench work better. And maybe it's going to make you make rooms in which you are going to put all your workbench, and you will just add a few tool cabinets to increase the efficiency of all your crafting bench. So pretty handy. And I think on the novelty, oh, there is a sarcophagus also, which is going to allow you to make nice tomb for your favorite colonist, which is something which you lose sometime. Your best colonist and just pissing you off. And if you don't want to reload, you can make a little sarcophagus here and make some kind of memory about your bit and all. It's pretty cool. So I think I've been showing pretty much. Oh, this thing is new also, an install here. It's very handy. It's going to allow you to put your furniture into a box to put them somewhere else. Because when you were, let's say you wanted to move this bed before, the only way you had was to deconstruct it and construct it somewhere else. Now you won't do that. You will just uninstall it and you will just put it somewhere else. Very handy. Let's just go back here. So open. This is linked to another feature which I will explain just a bit later. And let's just say I'm just going to make a quick run around these things to see if I did not forget anything. So power, security, mask, floor. I'm not sure, but I think the little picture here are different. I believe so, at least. Then joy is pretty much the same. Ships and temperature. I think it's all good for that. But as we are here, I'm going to just show you. There is a little space here with this little cryostasis, crypto sleep casket here, which is basically it's a little dungeon. When you are going to get in, I will add a video to show you how it's going to happen here, just in there. And you will enter, you will just try to open this thing, and something is going to happen. When I've been doing that, there was a few humans in there, and a few enemies also. And I found a new item, which was, here it is, a little knife, no, a lance here, it's a spear. And these are one-use only tools, and these are pretty powerful. So this one is going to drive any character into basic state. So if you've got a bunch of pretty tough enemy, you can just make some of the one of these guys just crazy, and it's going to make a bit of a mess in there. So very handy. It's costing a lot, and I don't think I've got other space I could explore. Maybe I could. Let's just take a look around. Is there any more dungeon? I did not check. I should have. I really like this little area with water. It's just pretty cool. I don't know if it's new with this update, but I did not see it with my previous game on Alpha 11, which was in an ice biome, so maybe it was logical. Let's see. Do we have anything else? Not so much. So I will just add the little video in the corner, so you can just see how it looks like when it's on. Alright, so I think, oh, I forgot one element here. So let's go back to farming here. So farming is going to have one more crops. So egggrass. Egggrass is very handy. It's going to allow you to feed your creatures, and it's producing a lot. So I think you won't be too much in trouble, because with this little spot I'm just producing plenty of food. Plus the buffaloes here are eating the grass, so they are basically feeding themselves, which is very handy. And I believe we've seen pretty much all of it. So guys, thank you for watching. Hope you like the video. If you do like the video, please leave a like, a comment or subscribe. And until next time guys, have fun!